Hello and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News on this Wednesday, November 26th. I'm Grant Olson. Here's some of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Washington's 2025 wildfire season is largely behind us, but firefighting agencies are still taking stock of injuries suffered by on-the-job crew members. The Wenatchee Foothills Trail System will close for the season on Monday. Get ready for a wet Thanksgiving with showers lingering into Friday morning. Your full local weather forecast is coming up. 3 Wenatchee Valley residents were hospitalized Tuesday after a 3-vehicle accident on snowy Highway 2. The Washington State Patrol says a 2024 Chevy Blazer driven by Lauren Daling of Wenatchee crossed the center line just before noon while eastbound about 7 miles east of Stevens Pass. Daling's SUV struck a westbound Chevy Silverado driven by Stephen Pomeroy of East Wenatchee, which was in turn hit by an eastbound Toyota Land Cruiser. Both drivers as well as a passenger in Pomeroy's vehicle were treated for injuries at Cascade Medical Center in Leavenworth. State troopers said Daling will be cited for driving too fast in wintry conditions. Washington's 2025 wildfire season is largely behind us, but firefighting agencies are still taking stock of injuries suffered by on-the-job crew members. The Wildland Fire Lessons Learned Center says on September 28th, one firefighter on a hotshot crew working the Labor Mountain Fire west of Wenatchee was struck by a falling tree about 12 inches in diameter. The tree strike pinned the victim face down and caused a head injury, but after being taken by air to Confluence Health Hospital, the patient was found to have only bruises and minor abrasions. A smoke jumper from Wenatchee was also injured earlier in September while parachuting into the Stampede Ridge Fire in Kittitas County. The Lessons Learned Center says that patient suffered broken bones in both feet after striking the ground too fast. He too was treated at Confluence Health in order to be closer to home. Washington Secretary of State Steve Hobbs has certified the results of the 2025 general election. That move finalizes the vote totals for races and public initiatives across the state. In the final tally, the Eastmont Metro Parks and Recreation Levy failed to win voter approval by more than 8%. Supporters say the failure could endanger programs and operations at Eastmont facilities, including the Aquatic Center, the only public indoor swimming pool in the Wenatchee Valley. In Brewster, a bond proposal to renovate Three Rivers Hospital missed its needed supermajority by nearly 8%. The small medical center says its commissioners will hold a retreat in early 2026 to discuss ways to pay for its long-term needs, which include a new roof for the aging facility. Chelan Valley Hope has launched its annual coat drive and is seeking donations. The nonprofit's coat drive began on November 1st and is accepting new or gently used coats, hats, scarves, gloves, and new socks. Donations can be dropped off at several partner locations, including the Chelan and Manson Fire Departments, Chelan Public Schools, and Kashmir Valley Bank. Those in need can head to Chelan Valley Hope at 417 South Bradley Street every Monday through Thursday. The coat drive ends on February 28th. When we come back with the holidays approaching, Wenatchee Valley Fire Marshal Kurt Blanchard is reminding residents to stay alert as colder weather and increased holiday activity raise the risk of fires in the home. And a 3-day bicycling summit to advocate for safe and accessible streets is coming to the Wenatchee Convention Center in the spring. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
Birthdays, office gatherings, and team parties taste better at Abby's. From our legendary lunch and Thirsty Thursday to our monthly giant special, there's always a reason to gather. Family-owned Abby's, your legendary pizza tradition. You asked, and it's back at Abby's. 2 legends, 1 pizza. Half pepperoni, half big Hawaiian. All delicious. It's mouthwatering, loaded with toppings, and happily feeds a family. Order at abbys.com before this legend disappears.
Family roles change with time. You may find yourself being an unpaid caregiver to a loved one. Caregiving can be rewarding, but also stressful. Taking care of yourself is vital. Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington has low or no cost services for unpaid caregivers, such as in-home support, care supplies, and counseling. Connect in your local area by calling Aging and Adult Care at 800-572-4459 and mention you're interested in caregiver support.
With the holidays approaching, Wenatchee Valley Fire Marshal Kurt Blanchard is reminding residents to stay alert as colder weather and increased holiday activity raise the risk of fires in the home. Blanchard says the most effective protection is making sure every home has working smoke alarms. NCWLIFE News spoke to Blanchard about the risks associated with holiday emergencies and strategies to help avoid them.
Obviously, during the holiday season, people are going to be doing a lot of cooking, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. And especially recently, a lot of the fires we responded to are stovetop related. And so one of the things that I'd like to remind everybody is the stovetop is not an additional countertop space. So do not ever lay combustibles on top of your stove. And if you lay it on the countertops, make sure, of course, it's away from the stove. One of the biggest problems that we see in kitchen fires in general is accidental activations of the stoves. And that oftentimes happens when you come home maybe from Costco, which is notorious for having food in boxes, and you're looking for a space, and so you go to the stove and you approach it, and as you lean into the stove, you bump against the knob and it activates. And as you walk away, then of course the combustibles on the stove ignite. I would also say, make sure that if you do use extension cords, and in this holiday season we're plugging extension cords into Christmas lights and all kinds of things, also make sure that the load that you have on that extension cord is appropriate for the size of the cord you buy. One of the things that I've seen, you can get, of course, extension cords that have multiple plug attachments on the end. If you have too many appliances plugged into that cord, it can quickly overheat. Especially when you're dealing with propane and natural gas, there are certain appliances that are only meant for outdoor use. In the event that you use them indoors and the device isn't quite functioning properly, it can release a lot of carbon monoxide into the home. So you really need to understand what you're plugging into, and the capacity of that appliance or cord. Even better yet, let's talk about smoke alarms. Because smoke alarms is the one device that can prevent or give you an early indication of the existence of fire. If you do not have smoke alarms in your home, you are more than twice as likely to die in the event of a residential fire, and that's an NFPA statistic.
The Wenatchee Foothills Trail System will close for the season on Monday. The Sage Hills Trails, Kenzie's Landing, Horse Lake, Day Drive, and Sage Hills Gateway are included in the closure. Outdoor recreationists are encouraged to utilize alternate options like the Apple Capitol Loop Trail and Saddle Rock Natural Area during this period. The closure is critical for protecting wintering mule deer herds, for which the Chelan Douglas Land Trust and the City of Wenatchee close more than 2,200 acres of surrounding open space to create an expanded winter refuge. Trails are expected to reopen on April 1st, depending on weather conditions. A 3-day bicycling summit to advocate for safe and accessible streets is coming to the Wenatchee Convention Center in the spring. The Washington Bike, Walk, and Roll Summit is put on by Seattle-based nonprofit the Cascade Bicycle Club, and this year's theme is Designing the Future We Want. Participants can hear from keynote speakers, mobile workshops, and attend interactive panels. The summit aims to inspire and educate elected officials, community advocates, and engineers on how to achieve street accessibility. The events will be held April 1st to the 3rd, and 2-day admission costs $250 for nonprofit employees or community members. Coming up next, the Community Foundation of North Central Washington is set to kick off its 3rd annual Turkey Trot tomorrow morning at Pybus Market. We'll tell you more coming up in tonight's feature story. Weather conditions for traveling home after Thanksgiving look pretty good. I'll have all your weather details coming up, followed by Eric Granstrom with a look at all the day's sports action as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues after these messages.
Central Washington Water understands the power of healing waters. If part of your wellness routine includes hot heat from a sauna, Central Washington Water now carries indoor and outdoor infrared and hot rock saunas by Tilo. Research shows there are many health benefits to a cold plunge after a good workout or relaxing time in your sauna. Harness the power of water in a hot spring spa, plug-and-play spas, a Tilo sauna, or a cold plunge tub. Stop by Central Washington Water, your wellness experts.
When flooding hit Serve Wenatchee, their office and Fresh Hope Market were devastated. But their mission to help prevent homelessness in this valley hasn't stopped, and neither will we. I'm Todd McLaughlin, General Manager at Apple Valley Honda. Now through the end of the year, we're donating $25 to Serve Wenatchee every time someone takes a test drive. And if you happen to buy a vehicle, we'll give an additional $100 in your name. Because when our neighbors are in need, this community steps up, and we're proud to be part of that.
The Community Foundation of North Central Washington spends each holiday season managing its Give North Central Washington campaign, which channels donations to nearly 100 local nonprofits. The campaign gets a kickstart tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, with its 3rd annual Turkey Trot. It's at 9 a.m. at Pybus Public Market. In tonight's feature story, Foundation Director Beth Stipe spoke with NCWLIFE's Dan Kuntz about the success of the fun run and what it means for charitable giving in the Wenatchee Valley.
We have footage of last year's Turkey Trot. By the way, this outfit does not do you justice, Beth.
Well, I'm going to wear it again this year. So.
You don't have to do that, but you do. That's cool. I like that. Look at you.
It's just fun. It's fun to be part of the community and see all the people that are out. Last year, I think we had 1,400 runners, and we already have 1,200 signed up for this year. And we have so many cool things that are happening this year. One of our new partnerships that's come on is, of course, our favorite neighbors, the Firehouse Pet. And they have brought together this really great sponsorship where they're providing these cool little bags for all the kids that sign up. And
that's a backpack?
It's a little backpack thing. Yeah, it's very cool. And then all of the dogs get this cute little bandana with the Turkey Trot logo on it. So that's very fun. And then we also have lots of everybody who registers gets a bunch of coupons because the packet pickup is at Pybus, which is another one of our great partners. And I think almost all of the vendors provided some sort of a discount. So when you come on Wednesday night, the day before Thanksgiving, you can have a glass of wine or a bottle at Jones. You can go to Cafe Columbia. You can go to Hellbent. They're amazing. D'Olivo, Royal Produce. Get your last minute stuff that you forgot. Sure. All of those fun things. But
it looks like
it's been really amazing.
Every business in the Pybus.
Yes, and so it'll be a super fun night at Pybus. Packet pickup starts in the afternoon, and we run until I think it's 8 o'clock at night. There is no late registration on the day of the run, so you gotta get in there the day before. But we're ready to have you and host you. And I brought you a little little coaster. Aren't you lucky? And this year we have, the Turkey Trot is really the kickoff of the Give NCW campaign, which I know that you just reminded me that last year it raised $904,000.
That's got to be a record.
It was a record, for sure.
What's happening with that? How did that happen?
Well, I just think that people in this community are just incredibly generous. And I think one of the cool things about this campaign is that the fact that it's online and it's a crowdfunding platform where anybody can go on and they can make a $10 gift, it really is accessible to everyone. And more than 50% of the gifts that come in for this campaign are under $250. So it really is something that everyone can participate in.
If you go to BEST website, the Community Foundation website, and you go to the Give NCW campaign, you can donate specifically to any of the listed nonprofits. It goes directly to them, or you can donate just to the general pool, and then what happens to that?
That's totally a great point. So we also have this ability to do a give to all. So if you can't decide between the 100 organizations, you can just give to the campaign, and at the end of the campaign, all of those dollars that are raised in the give to all bucket will get spread equally among the organizations that have participated. So and there's other opportunities too. We have some other partners out there like the Plaza Superjet, and they do a roundup for us. And so I think last year they raised over $6,000 for the give to all portion of the campaign. So they were like almost 10% of the match, or 20% of the match.
Turkey Trot, Thanksgiving morning.
I know, it's going to be great.
Let's get people signed up and all the stuff that they need to know if they want to dress up and look like an idiot and run around. It's it starts and finishes at the Pybus Public Market.
Correct.
On Thanksgiving morning. Let's give people the gooey good stuff they need to know to get signed up.
Okay, so basically you just go to cfncw.org. You'll find the link there to go and register. It's our partners, Wenatchee Valley Medical Group, Cordell Nair & Company, and Cashmere Valley Bank have sponsored it so that it is really affordable. And register your dog, register your kid, register yourself. Come wearing a costume. There's going to be a costume contest, so it's all sorts of fun. I know.
Is that something you have in your closet?
It's actually in the car right now. I thought about bringing it in, but I don't want to spoil the fun of Thanksgiving morning, and me in the turkey suit. And we talk all the time about how maybe I should share that opportunity with someone else, and I'm just not ready to do that yet.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast, and I hope you had a great Wednesday. For a lot of us, the final day of work this week, and won't that be nice? A 4-day weekend coming up, and a little bit of everything out there after some rain showers yesterday. This is our Billy Goat tower camera looking up around Okanogan County, and you can just see the top of Mount Kalispell above this very thick cloud deck that's really plagued folks up in Okanogan County throughout today with low clouds and fog up that way. Not quite as bad, a little closer to home. This is a look at Blewett Pass, and you can see that we are seeing some clouds up that way, but no showers or snow showers right now. And as far as the road goes, it looks like it's in pretty good shape right now on Blewett Pass. And as we look at passes as we make our way into Thanksgiving, really just a wintry mix this morning. That's what we saw for Snoqualmie and Stevens. By tomorrow, it should be mostly rain, especially for Snoqualmie into Friday. Maybe a chance for scattered showers on Saturday on Snoqualmie. Some light snow with rain Friday with just minor impacts on Saturday. So all in all, traveling home after Thanksgiving looks pretty darn good around the entire state of Washington. And boy, that sure wasn't the case yesterday and into today. High temperature today, a little on the cool side, a degree below where we should be for this time of year. We got to 38 degrees. Normal now is 39. Our record high temperature, 55 degrees, and that was set in 1995. 30 this morning, 28 is where we should be for a low this time of year. Here we go, back to 1985 for our record low of 4 degrees below zero. Precipitation, that is mainly from yesterday. We didn't even quite pick up 1/10 of an inch, 9/100 of an inch of precip. slip. That now gets us to 4.6 inches for the year, and just over a little over, I should say, inch and a half behind where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 7:21 this morning, and it's set this afternoon at 4:15. All right, getting you into your Thanksgiving weather, and temperatures will be a little bit warmer than today. 43 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 42 for Quincy. Thanksgiving temperature in Wenatchee tomorrow, right around 40. That goes for Ellensburg, Eniat, Chelan, and Omak, just a little cooler, 38 in Leavenworth, and 40 as well. A high temperature tomorrow for you folks in Cashmere. Tonight, we expect cloudy skies. Here is our big weather maker just off the coast of Washington and Oregon. That's going to bring us cloudy skies and still shower activity tonight, especially to our north. You folks in Omak, Twisp, Winthrop, you could see some snow flying tonight. Here's our Thanksgiving forecast as this area of low pressure slides a little bit closer to Washington. And yeah, it's going to be a wet one tomorrow with a 90% chance of rain. High temperatures Thanksgiving afternoon, right about 40 degrees. For your Friday, we're going to wake up with just a little bit of shower activity. But boy, things as we get into the afternoon look much better for Friday. Look at that, almost mostly sunny skies in the afternoon. That will allow us to warm up into the low 40s late in the day for Friday. And then kicking off our weekend, we expect mostly cloudy skies. It will be just a little bit cooler with a northwesterly flow of air. There are all those clouds for Saturday. High temperatures around 40 degrees. And can you believe it? Our final weekend of November. On Sunday, as we end that final weekend, mostly cloudy skies once again. High pressure in the panhandle of Idaho will keep our weather fairly stable, though, by the end of the weekend, with highs again very consistent, right around 40 degrees. And as we kick off our Monday, and welcome to December on Monday, mostly cloudy skies and fair, high pressure inland, also high pressure out in the Pacific. We'll see highs again right around that 40-degree mark, and then a little weather change as we get to Tuesday, but it's on the positive side. High pressure will intensify out in the Pacific. We'll see lots of sunshine for Tuesday and warmer temperatures. We're going to get all the way up by Tuesday into the mid-40s. All right, time for your 7-day forecast now, brought to you by Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, where comfort, care, and community come together. Overnight tonight, 36 degrees. Going to be a wet Thanksgiving tomorrow. Good day to eat some food and watch some football tomorrow. 90% chance of rain. A 40-degree high temperature expected for Thursday. Morning showers giving way to partly cloudy skies on Friday and 43. And then mostly cloudy for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. High temperatures those 3 days, right around 40 degrees. And then a nice change as we get into Tuesday with sunshine and warmer temperatures. Highs then right around 45 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCWLIFE, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
And a good Thanksgiving Eve to you. After a few days off, Seattle Kraken once again active in NHL play tonight. The Dallas Stars come to Climate Preledge Arena at 7:30 game time. After a few days off, Shane Wright says it's nice to refresh and refocus on the season.
Yeah, I mean that's our identity for sure. It's hard to play against, strong defensively, and really limit the other team's chances, and defend hard, compete hard, and be hard to play against. Definitely, how we want to play.
How useful is it having so many days off now to get back out here, practice setting, and work on a few things?
Yeah, it's great. It's nice having a few days to rest and recover as well. Had a bit of a busy stretch there with a lot of games in a short amount of time, and have a busy stretch coming up in December as well. So nice taking the days for sure.
Coach Lane Lambert says the message is clear to his players that they have to do more to produce on the offensive end of the ice.
You know, offensively, we're working on it, and I think that we do need to create more by having a little more shot volume. You know, sometimes it's easy to say shoot when there isn't a lane to shoot. Doesn't make sense. So, that part of it is, you gotta be smart about that. It's a little bit subjective, but I do think that we have opportunities to get pucks to the net a little bit more, and we're trying to look for something better, and we'd like to change that narrative.
Lambert was asked by reporters about his preference for Thanksgiving, turkey or ham.
Turkey. Turkey? Yeah. I'm not a big turkey guy, though. No, not really.
It really depends upon how moist it is.
Yeah, exactly. If it's well done, yeah, it's awesome.
Stuffing, though?
Yeah. I mean, I like it all. I'm just, yeah.
Food is food, right?
Well, no, not really.
Whatever. I guess whatever.
I think growing up in Canada, probably, you had the turkey twice. You had it at Thanksgiving, and then we had it at Christmas all the time. And we don't ever have turkey at Christmas now.
Yeah, ask a Canadian something about Thanksgiving. By the way, tonight's game will be on both King 5 and Kong TV. Well, as you gather with family and friends for Thanksgiving tomorrow, let's take a look at the NFL slate on television. Packers and Lions will kick off while the bird is going into the oven at 10 a.m. on Fox. That's followed by Kansas City and Dallas at 1:30 on CBS. About the time everybody's ready for pie, Baltimore hosts Cincinnati at 5:20. That'll be on NBC. Seahawks players and coaches will celebrate Thanksgiving with family tomorrow and get back to preparing to host the Vikings Friday. Sunday's kickoff at Lumen Field is set for 1:05 on Fox. Rest of the teams in the NFC West will also play Sunday and all in the morning. Rams are in Carolina at 10 a.m. on Fox. San Francisco visits Cleveland at 10 on CBS. Arizona plays at Tampa Bay at 10 o'clock on Fox. Washington and Washington State have Saturday games to wrap up the college football regular season. Huskies host 6th-ranked Oregon at 12:30. That'll be on CBS. The Cougars host Oregon State 3:30 in the afternoon on the CW network. The Wenatchee Wild are back home in the Wolves' Den tonight to begin 3 games in 4 days in Western Hockey League action. Wenatchee's hosting Vancouver at the Town Toyota Center. 6 o'clock game time tonight. After a day off for Turkey Day tomorrow, Wenatchee hosts Prince George Friday at 7, Regina Saturday at 6. For tickets and more information, go to WenatcheeWildHockey.com. Well, Kashmir is one step away from reaching the WIAA State 1A Football Championship Saturday when they face Mount Baker in the Apple Bowl. Bulldogs are the number 2 seed in the tournament and coming off a lopsided win over Life Christian in the quarterfinals. Kashmir coach Brian Bremer says he expects a balanced approach from the 10-1 Mountaineers.
Really good football team, for sure. Obviously, it's a semifinal game. Head coach is a Kashmir alum, and Ron Leopard. Got a lot of respect for him and what he's built over there. And, this is a perennial spot they're in, seem to be in every year. Right, they were in the title game, and I think it was 22, and seemed to be in at least the 8 or top 4 every year. Physical football team that's got some really special athletes at a couple spots, and obviously what you see on film is a really disciplined football team that plays a blue-collar brand of football.
Mount Baker is coming off a 32-22 win over Omak in the quarterfinals last weekend, finding success on the ground with leading running back Bryce Cooper. Bremer says Kashmir's defense will have to be disciplined against his slashing cutback style of running.
Stud. 1,500 yards rushing in the season, whole bunch of touchdowns, offensive player of the year in that conference, and that conference is no joke. Linden Christian's also in that conference. They are in the state semifinal, and Nooksack Valley, and you have a team like Meridian in that conference that didn't even get in the dance at 7-3 because they have 3 really good teams. So, he's a really special athlete. He's really shifty. He's not really a run you over type of guy. He's a make you miss type of guy. So, we got to make sure we're team tackling because we're going to miss a couple against him. But as long as they're rallying the football and getting 11 hats, in pursuit with great leverage, we hopefully can be okay.
Cashmere and Mount Baker kick off at Lieboftel Field of the Apple Bowl Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock. At the same time, number 1 seed Royal is hosting number 4 Lennon Christian in the other 1A semifinal. Okanagan plays in Tumwater against Toledo Saturday at noon in the 2B semis. East Valley of Yakima follows at 3 with a 2A semifinal against Tumwater. Elmira Cooley Heartline draws Always Tough DeSales in Walla Walla Saturday at 3 o'clock. That's the 1B semifinals. And that's a look at sports news. Have a great Thanksgiving. Give thanks to all, and we certainly give thanks for you being right where you are. Have a good weekend.
Well, we won't be here to share our regular Pause for Pets feature with you tomorrow night, so here's a snapshot of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society's adoptable animal for this week. He's a 3-year-old domestic shorthair named Quill, a people-focused pet who's excited to meet his new family and learn new skills. You can get to know Quill with a visit to the Humane Society this weekend when all adoption fees are prepaid for its Clear the Shelter event Friday through Sunday. And that will do it for this Wednesday edition of the NCWLIFE Evening News. You won't see us again Thursday or Friday night as we mark the Thanksgiving holiday. Instead, look for special programming during this half hour. Our newscast will be back with you on Monday, December 1st. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us. Have a great Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.